One of the biggest issues for flooding is drivers getting stuck in the water. Wake News anchor Annette Montgomery joins us now. And Annette, how many vehicles got stuck in the floodwater?
Chris and Lois, today we passed at least 20 abandoned vehicles on the side of the road in Cape Coral. This afternoon, we still saw some drivers working to get their vehicles towed away. And I want you to take a look here on Everest Parkway in Cape Coral. Although we saw that heavy rain yesterday, you can see we're still experiencing minimal roadway flooding. 155. That's how many people Cape Coral police say called to say their car was either disabled or flooded. One of those calls was from Eileen Johnson about this car that belongs to her niece and stopped running in the middle of the road.
It's terrible to know that she's out here and we couldn't get to her. You just couldn't get to her. I called the police station. They said they were flooded with calls. They just couldn't get to people.
The fire department had their fair share of calls too. As the roadway got so flooded, it led to some drivers driving right off the road.
Cars could not tell where the roadway ended, and they ended up in retention ponds.
Luckily, the police and fire department said there were no injuries due to the flooded roadways, but it did lead to some serious concerns for not just Johnson and her niece.
It's just like there's one natural
disaster. Driving home yesterday was like a disaster area.
Yeah.
It was like you were in the ocean, couldn't get through.
But also for those who live in the Cape and watched as vehicle after vehicle was abandoned in front of their home, like Beth Rizzer and her husband.
Sometimes you get a rainstorm and it comes up maybe a little bit down some, but
not like this. Not like this.
It's crazy.
As you pass floodwaters on your way home today, one tip the fire department wants to leave you with is this.
Floodwaters are very tempting to play in. It looks like mini pools, but floodwaters carry a lot of bacteria. They can have chemicals in them. They can have sewage in them. So they're very unsafe to play in.
And the fire department's dive team actually had to perform rescue missions yesterday and pull people and their vehicles out of retention ponds. The police department also told me they assisted 50 drivers with helping them get their stalled vehicles. Live in Cape Coral, Annette Montgomery, Wink News.